Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Novella. Today is Sunday and that means koffiekletch. Koffiekletch is a Dutch-Belgian word also used in Germany and in New York, and it just means that I invite you over for a coffee and a little chit-chat, and mostly that's about books. I will talk to you about something that is happening in the Dutch publishing world, but first I want to talk about a new event that Elizabeth and I have created, and we have a couple of very wonderful co-hosts. So a couple of months ago, Elizabeth from Book and Books contacted me and said, well, I really would like to do something about around rereading books. And she contacted me because she knows that I'm not much of a rereader, but I would be interested in something like that. And that's true. I think that's a very good idea. And so we were thinking about when we would do this, and we decided on December. The Remember December Rereadathon, it is called now. And why December? Well, I personally think that in December we mostly take stock of things, of our lives, of the things we read. We think about the things we loved reading, the things that we didn't like reading, the things that we DNF'd. We look at how much we have read, and of course everything else in life, but this is a book channel, so I mostly talk about books. But it is true that in December we mostly take stock of things. And I thought, well, December, good month. So we named it Remember December Rereadathon. Now there are 3 prompts that we came up with. Reread a book that you've completely forgotten. I'm not yet sure which one I will take. Not sure. I find it really weird because normally I can look at a cover and can't remember it, but then when I'm like 3-4 sentences in, I completely remember the book. So I have to think really hard about that one. So I still have to make up my mind. Then reread a book in a different way. That is also a possibility. So if you love a book that you've read like 10 years ago, maybe listen to it now in audio, or reread it in a different translation, or maybe you loved the movie and now you want to read the book, or ebooks that you want to read now as in real books from paper. So that's another idea. And another, the last idea is to reread a book that you either really enjoyed or not, and that you will maybe feel differently about it now, because your mindset has completely changed. So one of the books that I've chosen for that is an old battered library copy. It is Quiet Chaos by Sandro Veronesi. I've read this only once, and I always say that this is one of the most beautiful books that I've ever read. I have never reread it, and I think it is time to reread it. So it's the story about a man who saves a woman together with his brother while they're sunbathing at the ocean, and there's a German very wealthy lady who is drowning, and they are saving her, and she doesn't even thank them. They are just, when they carry her onto the beach, they are completely ignored by her people. And then when he arrives home, after that, he sees that on his driveway there are ambulances, and there's a fire department, and everybody is in a state. And he learns that his wife has passed away. She fell from a ladder. And he's left alone together with his, I think she's 11-year-old daughter. Now, all this happens during the summer holidays, and he feels guilty, but really, really guilty, because he used this time to save a rich German lady, and while his own wife is in distress. Now, what does he do? Well, the first day when the daughter has to go back to school, he drives her to school, and he parks on a square just in front of the school, and he says to her, "I will be here waiting for you when you come back." Of course, you would think that he would go back to work or home and then come back to pick her up when it's time, but he stays there all day. And he does the same the day after, and the day after, and the day after, and after a month. And he keeps on doing that. And he starts working from his car, and people know him already, and they talk about him. And more people come and visit him and talk about their life and their loss and grief and difficulties. So it's a really, really beautiful book. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to rereading this. I think it was, it's almost 15 years ago that I've read it. So it's time for a reread, A Quiet Chaos by Sandro Veronesi. A book in a different version is in a different translation, a book that I read when I was like 13, 14, like everybody. I read Anna Karenina, and by Lev Tolstoy, and it's also for Classics and Company. We are reading this from mid-November till the end of the year, so it falls right in. I've never read this version because it's quite expensive. I could buy it rather cheap because it has a little scratch on it. So that's why I got it at a very interesting discount, because new this costs around 40 euros. So it's really expensive, 38, 39 euros. So really expensive. So I'm glad that I could buy this. The translator is Hans Bolland, and apparently it's really good, really readable. So I'm looking forward to reading this version. The version I read was like a 60s version translation. Now, a book that I didn't get along with and that I've completely forgotten, maybe I can use those two prompts together, is a book that I DNF'd almost halfway, and a book that everybody loves, apparently. It is Fayne by McDonald. I have read it till like 200 pages in. Have no idea what I've read. I've absolutely got no clue anymore. And I want to reread it because I have the impression that either I wasn't in the right mindset or the right state of mind. But I want to reread it. I want to retry it and see what the fuss is about. Everybody loves this book, except me, for now. So I really am going to reread this. These are three prompts, but any excuse to reread a book is fine by us. You can do whatever you like. You are welcome to join us. Who are the wonderful co-hosts? Well, besides Elizabeth and myself, we have Aaron Facer, we have Kermanolly, we have Sandy from Miss Reads a Lot, we have Ross from Scally-Dandling About the Books, or Around the Book, About the Books. For me, that's quite a difficult name to remember. And Shelley from Shelley Swearingen. So I'm really happy with these beautiful people. There are other YouTubers that will join us to read, but they aren't co-hosts. But they really will reread along with us. But that's it. Those are the prompts. Hope you like the idea, and hope you will join us. We have opened a special Discord channel, so you can join us there. I will put the link down below. That's it for this. And now, the other book, well, the other thing that I want to talk about is, well, a couple of years ago, I think 4 or 5 years ago, there was a manuscript thief that was roaming around the mostly Dutch publishing world to get manuscripts. And it was apparently it came out as it turned out that it was an Italian British thief who stole like hundreds of manuscripts, and his name was Filippo Bernardini, and he was arrested in JFK, I believe, and he was put away for like 3.5 years. And now he has been released for 6 months, and once again, there's a new manuscript thief. But you have to know that this kid, that Filippo Bernardini, used to work for Simon & Schuster, for the British office of Simon & Schuster, which is a really big publishing house. And why did he contact the Dutch publishers? Well, mostly the Dutch publishers get a lot of manuscripts way before other publishing houses that have to translate books, and because often the Dutch translation is published before the original version. So now he was trying to get a Knife by Salman Rushdie, and he didn't get the bait, but still they know somebody is doing it again. Is it the same man? We don't know, but it's very likely. Who else would do that? And he said that he was in his early 20s then, and he said that he did it for the love of books. Still, what are you with a manuscript? I mean, there are at least 5 publishing houses that received a mail to ask if they could send them the English version of Knife written by Salman Rushdie. So yeah, it's the used address looked really like the address of the original publisher. So yeah, they now people in Holland are smart enough to see through it, but there will always be somebody who falls into the trap and send him stuff or her stuff that are not supposed to be shared with other people. And it's interesting. I find it fascinating. Why would you want manuscripts if you can ask for an advanced reader's copy or something? That just doesn't. I don't know. I mean, there's so much you can ask even for a PDF file or whatever if you really want it. So why do you want to do it in a sneaky way? Is it the thrill, maybe? Because you can't really ask money for it because already several people have it. It's not like it's the very first draft of an author who sends it to his editor or something. No, it's odd. But still, he or she is risking some time in jail for it. For the love of books. Oh well. So yeah, that's about it. I have been working a lot this weekend on my studies. I really enjoy them. There are a lot of cases that I have to work out, and my due date is the 26th for the first session. And I'm looking forward to sending everything in. Hope they will like what I'm doing. Well, I'm having a good time, and if they don't like it, well, so be it. It happens. Besides that, studying and having fun, I guess. And I will go out for a nice walk in a couple of minutes with the muffin. Vida is turning out to be a very large cat. I think her daddy is a Maine Coon, honestly. She has a very, very big tail, and those hairs that come out of her ears are really cute, and she has very long hair on her belly and short hair on her back, and those paws are enormous. So yeah, I think there's a lot of Maine Coons in there. So yeah, I have got myself a classy cat. It's really funny though, because I leave her outside now. I let her outside because she really wanted to, and there's very little risk. There are not that many cats here anymore, and the most cats that are here are female cats. So next month she will be neutered, and yeah, she's really happy that she's gonna go outside. But I hadn't realized that Muffin is a very, very strict mama. And so Vita is not allowed to go past the patio. That's so ridiculous, so funny. I'm like, ooh, she's way more strict than I am. And she doesn't. It's so cute to see. Anyway, for the time being, she's happy, I'm happy, everybody's happy. Muffin is happy that her daughter is listening, and I'm happy so that I can study. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. It's a bit different, but anyway, why not? I hope you liked it. Thank you for your time, and tell me if you are reading something really cool. Let me know. I will put it on my TBR. I like a really good reading tip. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.